We back with another one, y'all. Bad News Brown. So, again, I will be speaking on Mike Epps, who has, of late, been stirring up quite some controversy regarding the comments he's been making. So now, recently, I guess he's getting a little flack back, and he clarified it as well when he made some statements regarding jail and prison again. His second slew of statements, where this time he said that we shouldn't be celebrating people being released from prison or jail. Basically saying that you a failure. That's not nothing to be proud of. You should be focused on something else. We shouldn't celebrate these people. And he said some few other choice words, of course. And of course he got flack back. And he made a video clarifying what he mean, but yet and still it didn't snowball effect. So here's what I gotta say about it. It's a tricky statement, as I'll put it, due to, yeah, we don't need to be celebrated. There's nothing really to be proud of regarding going to jail. And I know now we in this YouTube age, and there's plenty of jail videos. Some platforms glorifying jail, some not. I even spoke on it numerous times. Watch my jail and prison videos. So we shouldn't be celebrating it. However, there's nothing wrong with or being happy, and this is where it gets complicated, because people got loved ones, man. So regardless, in general, just impersonal, people gonna be happy to see people for whatever reason. Not everybody is a criminal. A lot of people went to jail for various reasons, whether they be wrongfully convicted or a bad situation, wrong place, wrong time, and they had to do what they had to do, but justice didn't swing their way, the courts, so to speak, so they had to do some time, and they got home. Some people, when they was younger, made mistakes, changed their life or whatever, and now they home. So people are going to be happy. But I get what he mean when he's talking about these rappers, really. These quote-unquote famous people online have been down, especially now because the feds is passing out a lot of RICOs all over. So a lot of rappers 10 years ago, whatever, that went down, and now they coming home. People we didn't forgot about or been sitting on the shelf, but their family ain't forgot about them though. But nevertheless, they coming home, and a lot of emphasis is being put into that. But I feel Mike Epps, but that's the world we live in, and that's the problem, especially in our culture, where we tend to don't know the difference or mix the two together. When it comes, you got certain conversations or certain endeavors that's not for kids. Back in the day, kid, you go in the room, grown folks talking. But nowadays, you don't send the kids in the room. And that's what's wrong with our culture, for the most part, as a whole. Kids is being exposed to too much, too fast, too young. And that's why they growing up too fast, and that's why they dying fast. So if we was able to distinguish the two, as I'll put it, we'll know showbiz, like this rapper, is showbiz. And here we see a rapper or anybody getting out and they saluting him or whatever, his peoples, we would know that's just hype, and it's not really, it's hype, and it don't necessarily really have that effect. And this is if everything was up to par, if we had everything together. And kids would know better, because it would would have been emphasized or more emphasized that no, that ain't the way to go. So even when they see that happening or see a rapper or whoever getting saluted, it's like, yeah, whatever. The glitz and glamour won't be as effective. But since it ain't going like that, it's gonna be very effective. So I mean, I feel Mike Epps coming from that angle with it, and that's why he mentioned it. And he was like, man, I got family and peoples is in jail. And I remember he also mentioned as far as people from jail who've been down, how he was supporting people or whatever. Basically just saying like, nobody in jail. You worse than a bum. At least a bum got some action. He out here on the street. In jail you ain't got no action. You below society, you under the ground. So it's really nothing to be proud of. And that all goes to the notion of how where you got a lot of people who ain't nothing on the street and they go to jail and they somebody. But I ain't gonna go too deep down the rabbit hole. But for the most part, I mean I feel them. But however, people are gonna be proud to see their loved ones come home, regardless, right or wrong. As I already emphasized, he's talking mainly, of course, famous people, because nobody care about unfamous people getting out. So more or less famous people that we shouldn't put the emphasis on the celebrations or whatever. And I feel him because right now I ain't gonna say we at a crossroads, but in a way we is when it comes to this new internet social media thing, where information and misinformation is very, very critical right now. What you don't know is going to be used against you. It already always have been, but right now it's really, the reverberating effect is going to happen a lot faster, I believe, just due to the trend of propagandists to everything. So you definitely got to be aware, and you definitely got to hammer it to these kids, man. And it's because although this social media is the internet, is not real life. This is where it's a gray area, because it's aspects of life, because this is reality. Like right now I'm talking to y'all, it's reality, but at the same time it's showbiz because it's in front of a camera. So a lot of things is choreographed and orchestrated, no different than television, although it's just nowadays reality based. As y'all see the direction we going now, there ain't even gonna be no need for movies. We gonna be watching real life. It's gonna be real people. When it come to murder, suspense, drama, whatever, that we watching real life. We don't need no actors. We want to watch somebody who really got unalived, or somebody that really did something. Forget a script, forget a story, and that's the direction it's going. Just like, what's that? Not Total Recall, the Running Man and Hunger Games, them type movies. But anyway, y'all, I'm up out of here, y'all, man. Bad News Brown breaking it down. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.